Hey guys, what's up? I'm Becca and welcome back to my channel. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw me post the good news about today, which is I'm starting a brand new series. So since the time I thought of I'm finally going to make this channel, I have really wanted to combine two of my favorite things in the entire world, and that is makeup and K-pop. If you don't know what K-pop is, that is Korean pop music, which for several years now has been gaining popularity in America and around the world. And most notably, as of recent, BTS was at the Billboard Music Awards and won for their social media presence, thanks to their fans called ARMYs. And so I've been racking my brain thinking of ways to combine these two, and a while back I finally thought of the idea of making looks based on aesthetics of K-pop music videos. One thing that K-pop does way better than any American form of music is music videos. The production value is so high, it's crazy. And then the past couple of years, they have really started to focus on having beautiful aesthetics and not just a space for them to sing and dance in or just a storyline. And so it has really started to move things along. And they've even started using the aesthetics to help tell the story of the video more so than ever. And so I am filming my first video of the series, which I don't even know how long this is going to be. This might honestly just be a permanent ongoing thing on my channel, just because there are so many older songs I want to focus on, and then music just keeps coming out that really inspires me. And so the first one I'm going to do is based on a brand spanking new album, which is Television by Zico. Specifically, the song I'm doing is called Anti, which Zico wrote from the perspective of an anti-fan. So he literally just sat down and roasted himself and said it was actually really easy to do. And he really hit some high points on things people have said about him throughout the years. And Zico is actually leader of my favorite K-pop group, Block B. And so that's kind of why I chose to start with him, is that the song is brand new. The visuals for the Anti music video are amazing. He's just got a soft spot in my heart because he's one of my sons. He is one of my favorite people on this planet. For those of you that want to see the video before you see the makeup, I will link it up above in the suggestions thing, whichever side it's on, as well as in the description box down below. So before I get into actually doing the makeup, I want to show you the key moments in the video that are going to be inspiration for me, like the points when I decided I'm going to base my look on this. The main one that I'm really going to be focusing on is this one, the wall of cartoon characters. They're a reddish coral color, and some have interpreted them as rabbits, but I think a more general consensus is that they're bees, which Block B's fans are called BBCs and were symbolized by bees. And so if he did indeed make the anti-fan a red bee, it's just like a whole nother level to this thing, because Zico is so deep with his meanings, his wordplay is fantastic, and he uses his music like a diary entry. And so, like, the music, he puts everything into it. And so that's why it's such a big deal and why I love him so much. And word vomit. So without much more getting between me and the tutorial, I don't even know if this is really going to be a tutorial. It's more of a you watch me put stuff on my face. So if you want to see my look inspired by Zico's Anti music video, stay tuned. I don't know what this is. Because there's so much black in this look, I'm going to do most of my eye makeup before I actually do the rest of my face, which is the opposite of how I normally do it, but I don't want all the black fall out over my face. I want to be able just to clean it easily and go in with foundation. As always, I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance for primer. For the base of this look, I'm going to use the Anastasia lip palette and take the black in the palette and just do a base layer on my eye. Most lip products are actually eye safe. I've seen a ton of people use this palette for eyes, mostly when it comes to the darker colors. And so I'm just going to take my Morphe M170-10 brush, which is just a big lip brush, and I'm just gonna put it on only my mobile lid. I'm not gonna bring this up into the crease because I still need to set that with powder so everything blends out well. Wow, this really makes me look like an old school MySpace girl that would only put black eyeshadow on. For my base transition color, I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And I'm lightly going to take Golden Ochre and put that from the crease up. From the same palette, I'm going to take Love Letter, which is this pinky reddish color, and put that from my crease and blend it out up towards my brow bone. And to be doing that, I'll be using my trusty Morphe M441. Yeah, M441. You guys would be so proud of me. I finally ordered more brushes like I've been saying I was going to for a while. The key to this is going to be a nice gradient from light to dark, and so go in with just a little bit of the time. Be really light-handed in the beginning because you don't want to slap down a bunch of a color and then not be able to blend it out later. I'm going to blend out the edges a little bit with my 510 by Morphe. Next, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Basquiat Bright palette and pick up this pink on a Morphe 513 and just add this to the crease area because I'm trying to replicate that reddish pinky coral color. This is really going to be a process of layering and going back to try and match a source color, which this is now looking a little more pink than what I wanted. Go back to not Venetian Red, Love Letter, and do this mostly on the crease where the black meets. Love reddish tones. With this, I don't care if it's really precise. It's honestly going to be a little messy just based on the style of makeup I'm doing and also the style of the music video, so it really doesn't have to be clean and crisp. Now I'm going to take the smallest bit of Relgar from Modern Renaissance and lightly put it in there to try and get it more to the corally side. And I'm using a Morphe M514. And we're going to go back in with a little bit more of the black now, because as you can see, putting the shadows on has faded a little bit, and I also still want some of that tackiness for the black eyeshadow to hold on to. For the black, I'm going to use the black and the Basquiat palette. I'm just using my e.l.f. brush. It doesn't even say what kind it is. Looking good, looking good. So now, taking my Morphe M511, I'm going to go back in with the black and blend it into the red. And you honestly don't even have to pick up that much off the palette, because this is going to happen when you touch your eyelid. And like that, I'm done with the top part of my eye. And I won't do the lash line until I do the rest of my face. So sit tight and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. You will notice two things. Number one, my eyebrows. They are significantly darker, and I made them much more angular than I normally would. I really want this to be kind of sharp in certain areas, and so that's why I also cut my contour much tighter than I normally do, and I also put it higher on my cheek than I normally do as well. It is also significantly darker than I normally do it. So if the lighting changed, I'm sorry. In the time it took me to do my regular makeup, it got really dark outside because there's a storm. So lighting's probably all kinds of different and looks like poo. So we're just gonna deal with it. So for the next step, I'm going to finish my eye makeup, and that is just basically lower lash line, mascara, and some false eyelashes, which, you know, I really can't do false eyelashes on camera, so we'll see how that works. It's all the other brushes also have black on them, and I don't really want a ton of black on the under eye. I'm going to go in with an even smaller clean blending brush, which is an M562 by Morphe, and just combine the two pinky colors that I used to make the red. So I'm actually going to go in with my crushed Mary Kay brush and try that. I'm going to go in with the one I used for Relgar. It's still got a little bit of color on it, but it's small enough and fluffy enough to blend this out. And that was Cacao Talk on my desktop talking to me. Oh no, we cannot. Okay, that's looking better. Looking better. And for normal, I left something over there that I need. So, one second. So now I'm going to line my waterline using this Marc Jacobs black eyeliner sample that I got forever ago. I think it was like a birthday Sephora combo one year. Some people would tightline their top lashes, but I'm not a demon, so I don't put stuff that close to that eyelid. Just no. So I'm just using this e.l.f. smudge brush to smudge this bottom line. I feel like it actually took away some of the red. Oh my god. So go back in with a little bit of this love letter. Specifically with the smudge brush, I'm going to use some of the black from Basquiat. Because this is such an intense look, I need some intense lashes to match the intensity level. But before I get to that, I'm just going to go in with my They're Real mascara and coat my real lashes with a light layer of black. Today for lashes, I'm going to use Lionhearted by Kim Tai in collaboration with Cake Face Beauty. And if you haven't seen them, they look like this. Let me get this guy out. Now these have been worn a couple times, so the band is a little messy and there's some clumps in them, but I honestly really love these lashes. I just can't wear them often because they're so intense. And for glue, I'm literally using this that I've had since I did theater in high school. I think someone gave this to me. I didn't even buy this for myself. It was bestowed upon me. I really should have done this and then mascara, but you know, my videos never go smoothly. My makeup never goes smoothly, so while I'm waiting on these, if you are a K-pop fan, leave in the comments who your favorite group is. I'm being brave and doing eyelashes on camera. I never do this though. We're gonna see how it goes. Wow, that actually went really smooth. But you see what I mean by how intense these lashes are? Just mascara and then eyelashes. Okay, before I zoom out, I'm going to go ahead and pop in my inner corner highlight, which I'll be using the Wet n Wild Sweetest Bling highlighter. I feel like the lashes are making such a shadow. You can't even see it. I may honestly top this with the Kat Von D Alchemist one. Yeah, you really can't see it, but I'm also going to use this on the brow bone. I'll just do my inner corner like normal and top it with Everglow. We're going to go in with Everglow in the white shade and blend it. For my cheeks, I'm going to do a little bit different than normal, but what I will do normally is go in with my base blush color from the Narsissist 2 palette, but I will be going in with my 510 brush by Morphe first instead of a blush brush, just as a base color because it's super natural looking. And I just like the way it diffuses the harsh lines between like a contour or a powder highlight. For blush, I am lightly going in with Love Letter from the Anastasia palette. And I mean, that is all I'm taking for my cheek. So I think I'm good with blush. So that means highlighter and where you are. I'm gonna take Becca Moonstone and my Morphe Y11 and just coat this bad boy down. And I'm using this as just a base highlight. So we're gonna go back in with Wet n Wild, the Sweetest Bling. I almost said Spring Bling. And then, like always with my finger, gonna use Everglow on the highest point. Here comes the next stressful part, aside from the eyes, the lips. This is Witches by Kat Von D liquid lipstick. I know you're probably like, why didn't you just use the black from the palette you used on your eyes? And it's just, I don't like the texture of that as much as I do liquid lipsticks. Now I honestly should have just left you zoomed in the whole time because everything looks better. I'm gonna go in with the doe foot applicator first to get the broad strokes, and then I'm going to do details with a lip brush because this, once you mess up, you messed up. So this is the final look. I definitely like this look. It's very different than anything I normally do, and I feel like it really captures my interpretation of this music video so well. I think the only thing is that so much highlighter happened that you can't see the blush. So we're gonna fix that real quick and just boom. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have already been planning next several looks I want to do, and so I'm going to try and do the first couple of these pretty quickly back to back so that I really solidify this as a series. And I will also be making these into their own playlist at the bottom. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at BeccaBYBeautiful, same way it is spelled here. And what was in the comments, leave some music video suggestions that you would like to see me do. I'm open to any and all suggestions. It doesn't mean I'll necessarily do them, but I will run out of ideas eventually, and so if I have enough people asking for certain songs, then that gives me a good cue on what route to go. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and become part of the fam, and hit the bell so you're notified whenever I post new videos. Bye!